The pause alerts so chat can see how I have my enderchest set up. So brown shulker box for wood related things, sticks, logs, all that shit. Toolbox, predominantly either weapons or extra armor, mainly diamond pickaxes and netherite pickaxes. Fuel, this is all the coal that I could possibly ever want. This blue shulker box, actually I think these are the wrong way. There we go. These are both toolboxes. This one's predominantly shovels, this one's predominantly pickaxes. They all have mending, so I can just repair them dead easy, and when I'm done with them I put them back in the shulker box to be repaired later. This is the treasure shulker. This is pretty much things that you can't usually find. So I keep diamonds, where I keep the small drip leaves, anything that's rare. Oh, there's spore blossom. So I put rare shit in here, or just like stuff that's kind of special. I think that might be the first netherite scrap we ever got, or just netherite scrap I have spare. I'm not sure. I might put it in an item frame back at home. Pick step, lapis for just, you know, enchanting shit, redstone, emerald. It's all sorts of crap. Nautilus shells. This is the food shulker. It's got milk in here as well in case I need to get rid of any effects I have. Then we have like apples, which I just converted to golden apples, which I then stack into here, which we eat every time someone subs for a year. This is backup food for my steak. Once I run out of steak, I'll probably switch to golden carrots for a bit. That's just usually how it works because I can buy the carrots from a villager. Let's put those back. Redstone shulker, hence why it's red. Anything redstone related that I want to build, I can usually get everything I need from here. If not, I just craft it. Totems, this is where I keep all of the extra totems I have. I never fucking use them really, and rarely hold on to them in my offhand because I like having my offhand free for placing blocks. I also keep the dragon heads in there as well, just because I keep them safe. Fireworks, this is where we keep the extra fireworks that I can just grab really quickly and just restock. Boop. Extra elytras and some fishing rods. Pretty much keep these purely for aesthetic reasons, or just like, you know, I like history. Pog rod 2, 3,
Pause
4,
what you're doing, I made toast.
5. And also carved pumpkins. I'll not pause what I'm doing. I have to get through this now that I've started.
Right,
Gunpowder for extra fireworks alongside paper. So I can just make tons. I can make literally infinite almost. That's also why I keep a lot of my elytras on. So if I ever need to go on like really long distance travels, I can just keep making fireworks and keep flying. All of the elytras have mending on them too. Shields. So the shield and the trident are specifically for when we get thunderstorms. I use the trident to make charge creepers, and then also the shield to block said charge creepers explosion.
Butter? Okay, I'll go get butter.
When the charge creeper explodes on any mob, mainly only a few mobs actually I should say, sorry, they'll drop a mob head for that specific mob. If a creeper blows up 3 mobs at once, the game decides which one died first and drops the head of that mob. You can't get certain heads. You can't get enderman heads, for example. You can't get spider heads, stuff like that. Pog rod, that's the rod that we use to fish. It's pretty busted. It's the first one that we got. Obviously we have more, but that's the first one. Name tags, which I've already named, which are really good for just grabbing and then quickly name tagging something that I don't want to despawn, like a hostile mob. Emergency bed for if I need to make it daytime, like now for example. Boop. This one is all of the sponge, which we use to kind of get rid of a lot of water. I also have just random shit in here like bees and slime. It's not too important, but I like to keep the sponge on me, and this extra space was just not being used, so I just filled it. Portal shulker. This one has everything to do with making portals or going through portals. Obsidian for nether portals, of course. I can make more of the flint and steel. I usually try to keep a good amount of flint in here as well. Eyes of Ender. So specifically Eyes of Ender, I usually keep a hold of these so I can find strongholds.
Okay, I'm back with butter. Rate my toast. Look, I tried to spread the butter across all sections of the bread.
Mmm. It would be a massive favor. I need this refilling. I've run out.
Okay.
Thank you.
What do you say?
Please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Enjoy my toast. I worked really hard on it.
It's very good. Hold on. I realize I can't breathe properly, so I have to open my mouth while I chew. All right. So, as I was saying, if we're 50,000, 60,000 blocks out, you can place a bed down, sleep in it, or like set your spawn, break the bed so that the game thinks that your spawn doesn't exist anymore, right? So it doesn't have a bed to put you somewhere. You then grab these, throw a few of them, find a stronghold that's out in the outer rings, because there's like 128 or 124 strongholds in total in your world. You can find one of those, go all the way through, fill the portal, go through the end island, hop through that, and the game will put you at your spawn chunks, which in my case is my home base, and it's completely safe. So it's an easy way to travel 50,000 blocks in the space of like 20 minutes, if I'm lucky, instead of an hour to 2 or 3 hours, right? So very, very handy to have. Very, very handy to have. I keep the dragon egg in here purely because I don't want to lose it at all, ever, by accident, if it's in the chest and like the chest blows up or whatever. So the dragon egg stays in here because it's cloud storage and it keeps it safe. Nothing can break and then the chest and delete its items, right? The cauldrons. Now, somebody asked about why I do have the cauldrons. If you are in the nether and you are on fire and need to put yourself out from being on fire urgently, you can actually place water in the nether with a cauldron and jump inside of it. The act of you jumping inside of it uses one use, as if you used a tiny little bottle like you were making a potion, but it will put you out of being on fire. So really fucking useful to put yourself off being on fire in a place where you can't place down a water bucket. That's why I just have like 63. I just have a stack because I can put a stack in there, so why not? Leads in case I want to grab anything. It's just I always have leads. I can always use them to grab shit, right? Anvils in case I just want to rename something or combine enchantments. It's just always handy to have anvils available at all times quickly as well. This is a relatively new addition which we added about a few months ago. I want to say about 2 or 3 months ago. This is the Potion Shulker. So if I ever want to make potions for whatever reason, I have pretty much everything I can use. I have the blaze powder for the brewing stands. I have the bottles. I even have the dragon's breath in there as well. I have a bunch of different like materials, bunch of different ingredients to pretty much make anything I wanted. Even like fire res potions as well. Then we had an extra water bucket, which I've just swapped for this. Milk bucket. And then last but not least, the beacon box. Pretty much purely just for beacons. I'll restock this whenever we use it. And then I've just got like extra axolotls. We found this axolotl in a geode, so we called it geolotl. And that's about it. So, pretty cool. That's it. That's literally, that's the entire ender chest explained. I'll not do that for a long fucking time, because it takes ages.